Hey everybody, it's December, and you know what that means. It's officially Hallmark movie season. I've got my chocolate advent calendar, and I have a magical Winter Wonderland oracle deck. We are going to give each zodiac sign its own special holiday Hallmark moment. So if you're ready to star in the scene of your own wintry holiday Hallmark feel-good movie, then come along with me. So welcome to the channel, or welcome back. So awesome to see you here. I'm Stella Wilde. This is Mr. Man himself, Bobo Barino, and we are here to dive in with the very fun Winter Oracle deck. We are going to put timestamps in the description of the video for you so you can go right to your Hallmark movie moment. And we're going to clarify with some tarot. I'm going to drink some cocoa, maybe take a break here and there with some chocolate from the advent calendar, but we are gonna have fun. That's what this reading is all about. So enjoy, sit back, grab your cocoa, relax, get in the mood of your holiday Hallmark movie moment. All right, Aries, let's see what you need to know for your Hallmark holiday movie moment for this season. Let us see here. We're gonna pull 3. And take what resonates, and what doesn't, that's fine too. Remember, this is for fun. If your life were a movie right now, what would be going on? Oh, we have Paris and we have some love. We have innovation. And we have incomparable. So being super unique. So yes, so you could be having a movie moment of somebody falling in love with you, or you falling in love with yourself anew, again, and recognizing how unique and incomparable you are, unforgettable, that's what you are, right? Because maybe you're changing yourself up, you're innovating, you're changing maybe what you're wearing, maybe your hairstyle, maybe something else that you are bringing into your life because of your self-love, just, something like that. And that can draw more love and attention to you if that's what you're looking for. But you could also just be loving some sort of new way you're changing up your life. I mean, that's what innovation is, right? Because it's bringing some sparkle. Everything's a metaphor here. Some sparkle and uniqueness to your life. So you could be doing something or about to do something this holiday season that is very different than what you've been doing before. This could also be that you could be spending your holidays in a very different way than you have done previously. Lucky those would be who are traveling to Paris. I wish that were me. It's not, but for those, if anybody's watching, let me know in the comments if you're going there. Have a cafe au lait for me and think of me while you're there. Sipping on the left bank. But yeah, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. And it's interesting too, because we have this Eiffel Tower and then we have this lamppost, and both as very strong, like monuments, right? Like something noticeable. The Eiffel Tower, of course, is lit up, especially, I guess they do it all the time, but especially at the holidays. So this energy here of bringing light into your life. I think something that you're going to love is lighting up your life in a very unique way. That's the metaphor. That's the vibe that I am feeling here, Aries. Your holiday Hallmark movie moment. The script of your life. Are you writing a script for your life? Co-creating your life. All right, let's see. Let's just pull 2 cards just for added zest, added sparkle. You can't even see my earrings. I got these cute little Aries and earrings. We got these cute little snowflake, crystally sparklies. All right, let's see. Aries. What is this 5 of Swords? I'm not stopping on a hangman. Like, what is this shenanigan? There we go. There we go, baby. King of Wands in our Aries red. Here we are. So we go from this dull red. She's wearing this outfit. I like this color. Don't get me wrong. I like this kind of more maroony red color. But I mean, that's not the holiday vibe, right? The holiday vibe, in my opinion, is the more bright red, this gorgeous, right? What we got on here, what we got on with this King of Wands showing up here. So, you know, you're going to be, I think, you know, really looking at your life from a different perspective. That is the Hangman. And we have Saturn and Neptune, as we know, this holiday season, Neptune's almost direct, almost direct. But from December 10th onward, both Saturn and Neptune will be direct in this 12th house of yours, this behind the scenes, and the karmic wrap up. So you're kind of wrapping up this holiday season. You're going to feel it poignantly that you're wrapping up a season of suffering, this 5 of Swords. Now, there may still be memories in the past, you know, of somebody you're missing. Like, I'm missing my dad. You know, I could look at this here as like, that's my dad, right? But you could be, you know, still like holding a candle, you know, a torch, remembering. Hey, this happens at the holidays, right? But also, you know, you are very grateful, this Pisces energy, that you are able to see your life from a different perspective. And you are moving out of this season and into a season of like magical empowerment. I mean, I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to be saying it a lot for the next probably 12 months, but especially for the next couple of months. Aries, we are the movers and the shakers in 2026. I mean, there's a couple other signs too, but Aries, it's us. It's us, baby. And here it is. It is right here. And I love this King of Wands. We have male and female kings in this deck. There she is with her sparkly magic wand. I mean, doesn't this not look like the King of Wands of the holiday time, of Christmas energy? I mean, here it is in the sparkly red. So this is really like something that you're going to love, that you're innovating in your life, that really is something unique. And it could be something you're putting your own creative energy behind. You could have been incubating it for a while too with this Hangman here. But as I said, like this energy here, this Hallmark movie of your life is really about re-energizing your creativity, re-energizing your love for yourself and for life, and, you know, honoring whatever little lingering things you have going on from your past, but not staying stuck there and dwelling on it. You know, moving into a season of brightness and cheer, and really making some serious magic happen in your life from your energy, King of Wands. All right, Taurus, let's see what's going on for you, your Hallmark holiday movie moment with our Winter Wonderland deck. We're going to pull 3 and let's see what the script of your life is for this movie. Let's see, Taurus. What is happening? Taurus. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, we have healing, and there's our Coco. We love Coco. We have synchronicities. Ooh, I love it. Does your town do fireworks for New Year's Eve? Let me know. And we have fearless. Okay. Wow. That's a very interesting combo. So remember, everything's a metaphor with these. So we have the healing, we have synchronicities, and fearless. So I think that you're going to surprise yourself. It's very possible. Remember, I don't tell anybody what to do. These are not predictions. These are always energies you can use. But in this movie, we have you kind of taking good care of yourself. And as a result, there's some sort of opportunity, this synchronistic opportunity to do something a little outside your comfort zone. And maybe before you wouldn't have done it, but because you're in a good place, this healing, like you're feeling good, because you're in a good place, I think you are very possibly going to take yourself on a wild ride. Maybe not on a, mountain bike in the snow, but, on some sort of thing that could be quite fun for you and surprising. Because of course, with the fireworks here, with the synchronicity energy that is showing up. But it's because of this. I think that is the key. And it's the type of Hollywood Hallmark movie I'm feeling where you're just kind of chillaxing. You're good. Like, you're going to pick out your tree, you're decorating, you're baking, there's always like a cute coffee shop in a Hallmark Christmas movie, right? There's like, you're hanging at coffee shop with your best friend who probably owns the shop. It's always like that in the Hallmark movies, right? And, because you're just there, like somebody comes in and says, hey, we're doing this special crazy thing. Like, do you want to come? And uncharacteristically so, you say yes. And that's when you synchronistically, serendipitously meet somebody who's going to be important in your life. I mean, this is the vibe, right? This is the vibe we're getting. Now, of course, this is just an example. But this is, to me, is saying, take a chance on something fun that you wouldn't normally do. There might be something that comes out of it that could be very, very interesting for you. Okay, so let us see, Taurus. Would you ever go mountain biking in the snow? I would do it. I love bike riding. I would do it, but that must be very hard. Like, how do you even gain traction, like, in the snow? I guess you can. I don't know. I've never done it. I did once go snowshoeing, and I really loved that. I fell on my ass. I mean, I did once because it was kind of icy under the top layer of the snow. But I went with a good friend of mine in Vermont, and we freaking loved it. Well, she always does it, but that was my first time. But I loved the snowshoeing. It was so cool. All right, let us see. Taurus. Ooh, we have a King of Swords. There's our twinkly lights. We have a 7 of Swords. And we have a 10 of Coins. So I think there's something here where you're going to think you're not going to like it. But I think somebody is going to have a convincing argument, King of Swords, to get you to do this. And it could be, because they're kind of cute or whatever. But there's a convincing argument for you to go do something. Because I think there is a reluctance here, the 7 of Swords. I don't think that anybody's being a Fibonacci or being deliberately deceptive. Although they may downplay a little bit of something that's going on. But I do think with this 10 of Coins here, let me explain that last statement. Like, it could be something where, again, they don't tell you the full extent of an activity. Oh yeah, we're just going to go for a little walk, right? And next thing you know, yeah, you're putting on snowshoes. It's like that type of thing. But it's not malevolent or anything like that. But you might just be kind of a little surprised, like, wait, I didn't quite sign up for that. But then you're going to, I think, really enjoy it based on, the energies that are showing up here. And also this 10 of Coins, I think this is something that might become a tradition for you. This might be something that you really enjoy so much if you give it a chance that, this is our Capricorn 10 of Coins long-term thing that you may want to do in many holiday seasons to come. There may also be where you meet up with a family, or this is something you do with your family. It becomes a new tradition. And it may be brought in by a younger person because of this fearless that we have here. But also it's possible, because of the energy we have in the synchronicity and because we are, talking about Hallmark movies, it is possible, you could meet somebody. They would be older, if that's your thing, okay, with the 10 of Coins showing up here. But, you could. It's very possible that you could meet somebody who is a serious contender for your affections if that is something you are wanting. If not, then I would say it's more along the lines of some new tradition that you might be starting with your family. And remember, your family can be you and your cat, you and your best friends, you and whomever. But I think this is pretty exciting. Let me know what you would do that would be a little fearless for you, Taurus, that maybe somebody would have to omit some information to get you to go to the thing, but once you started doing it, you would enjoy it. Let me know. All right, Gemini, let's see what's going on with your Hallmark holiday movie storyline. Remember, this is for fun. Okay, Gemini. Let's see. We're going to pull 3. Put them face down. And we'll pull a couple of tarots. Let's see what we have. All right, we have destination. Oh, okay. And we have good luck. And we have offering. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Okay, so by you going somewhere different or you going somewhere, so actually getting out of the house, destination, there could be some sort of good luck that might come to you. It's possible here with these energies, but this is our Hallmark movie, that could bring an offer of whatever kind. So I feel like there's something here of making your own luck, stepping out of a comfort zone, in the sense if you like to stay home a lot, maybe it is time to, go on a little trip, or it doesn't have to be that far. It could just be to a couple towns over, doing something different. But a destination implies that you have business there, like you're going there for a reason. It may be that the reason you're going somewhere is totally different than what it ends up to be, because there's an element of serendipity here with good luck and whatever this offering might be. So I think the vibe I'm getting here is there's a little bit of an element of surprise, which is a classic situation in these Hallmark holiday movies. So there could be a very surprise offering, gift. Could be a gift from the universe, gift from a friend, whatever, that you're not expecting. But it feels lucky. It feels just very sweet, the rabbit here, and kind and generous and lovely, okay? But this destiny card is interesting. Where are you going, Gemini? Let me know in the comments. Lots of people travel at the holidays, and, the Hallmark movies sometimes have that involved in them. But a lot of times the Hallmark movies are more like the homey, like small town, decorated for Christmas type, vibe. But I have seen a few where there has been travel or, things like that going on. Okay. Let us see here. What do we need to know for this for you? Gemini. Ooh, we have the Magician. See, the manifestation. And we have the Virgo Hermit. See, the Hermit. Oh, and we have the Ten of Coins again. Okay. So this could be traveling to see family or somebody you think of as family. Somebody older, again, could be a friend. But, kind of the vibe that we're getting here is for you to say yes to an offer that's manifesting, Magician, to get out of the house. Like the Hermit here, your spirit guides, I think, are really encouraging you to go find some magic and also to bring your magic to this destination. Okay, but there's something magical that's and surprising and unexpected that may be brewing here. And it could also have something to do with money. I mean, it's possible with this Ten of Coins here. Remember, these are just energetic possibilities in this movie script we are writing. But, this Ten of Coins could be possibly some sort of, offer of a job, offer of help financially, offer of an investment, offer, and come stay with me for a while. This Ten of Coins, this is like solid long-term financial stuff, and also something that's solid and serious. And it's a 10, so it is support that is usually with a collective vibe to it. So there could be somebody here who, really is looking to do a good deed, a solid for you in some way. I'm also getting this feeling just of comfort as well, like really trying to provide to you and for you something that you need. Okay, whatever this Ten of Coins might represent for you. It could just be good, old-fashioned, practical Capricorn advice, which is, the Ten of Coins. That could help you over the long term. That's another way to look at this energy. So, but there is a sense of identity and belonging as well. So this could also be something, saying yes, possibly to, because it might bring you good luck to whatever this offer is, that is to join a collective or to be part more of a family or a network or something like that. That's also possible. But the Magician is here, which is very lovely. And it is strong manifestation energy. I think that you have been kind of wanting this for a while. And it is possible that, through your strong manifestation energies, that it is coming to pass in your holiday Hallmark movie script of your life. So let me know, Gemini, what is this thing, this solid support that you've been wanting? But it does require, I think, getting out of the house, okay, with this Hermit showing up to remind us of that. Because that's also your 4th house of home, the Hermit. All right, Cancers, let's see what you need to know about your Hallmark movie energies for this holiday season. A Hallmark movie of your life. Let us see. Cancers, we're going to do 3. Let us see what we have here. Oh, isn't this pretty? We have expression. So we have somebody dressed in red holding a big red heart. We have progress. Beautiful. And we have embrace. Another heart and the hot cocoa. It's a little hard to see, but the heart is stuck into the whipped cream and the hot cocoa. My whipped cream has all evaporated now. Okay. So expression, progress, embrace, everything's a metaphor. I think because that you have been communicating or you're going to communicate, you're going to be making progress. It's very possible with something that you're going to be really welcoming into your life. That's also embrace. You're embracing it. You're bringing it in. Of course, you're hugging it. You're like, Yahoo, this is happening. So again, very possible here with these energies. It's all a metaphor. But like in the Hallmark movies, a lot of the times, like there's always like crossed wires with communication, right? Like this one thinks they don't like that one and the other thing. And, it's very fun movies. Anyway, so there could be something here like clearly expressing from the heart, like really checking in with your communications at this holiday season so that there is progress, right? That there is a flow. There's a waterfall here, as you can see. A flow of communication, and also with the water here, a real, sharing of emotions too. So that there can be maybe a reconnection, embracing, a solidifying of affections, an understanding of where you stand with people in your life. And I think in a positive sense because of this embrace that's showing up here. But yeah, this is, I think, really about, expressing your deep feelings with the waterfall here, speaking from the heart. And, the people who respond to that, come on in, embrace them, or embrace the opportunities that come in because you are expressing from your heart to the universe what you want. All right, everything's a metaphor with these. All right, let's see. What do we need to know? Cancers. But you got double hearts here. Is this like a prelude for Valentine's Day? Am I going to have to do a Hallmark, a holiday moment movie for card pull for Valentine's Day since you got 2 hearts here? All right, Cancers, let us see. What do we have? Whoops. We have a 3 of coins. We have a 6 of coins. There's your heart-to-heart convo. And we have a 7 of wands. Yeah, I mean, I would just read all this holistically, but the 7 of wands can really be, where maybe there has been a wall or bars up between you and somebody else. You can see he's trying to bust loose out of these bars that are showing up here on the card. So it could be something like the communication is the thing that's going to make the breakthrough. And here we have the 6 of coins here, the 2 people sitting down and talking. But the thing about the 6 of coins, which is interesting, is to take into account or remember, at least in the visuals of this card deck, is that one person is higher up than the other and is getting, their tea first. So the 6 of coins is often an energy about balance. So what is fair? Like, is there going to be a discussion expressing, about power dynamics or what is fair in a relationship? Is it always about you and what you need? maybe somebody's not aware of how that might be interpreted, right? Or if they're feeling that that's been going on, but you haven't been aware of it. So it could be stuff like that. I mean, there's nothing negative here. I think there could really be a healing if both people are on the same page and really want a healing and a rebalancing of the relationship with more open communication, and not being defensive. That's the other thing with the Seven of Wands that is showing up here. It is not about being defensive. It really is about opening your heart and, being open to what somebody else says, even if you don't really like it at first. But can you get beyond that and at least, work toward a solution? Because that's the other thing we have with the Three of Coins that's showing up here. Classic energy of making a plan. It's Gemini infused energy. It is, sometimes it's stuff you do with your hands, the Three of Coins. So it could really just be too about being aware of your body language. That's also the Seven of Wands in terms of your communication. And sometimes, yes, words are important, right? But everybody's love language is different, but still communication and words are important. But also with this embrace, I think is interesting because it could tie in with this. Sometimes a good hug can really just say more than the words, right? So all of this is very interesting what's going on here. I think your movie here is about finding a connection, maybe a better communication, and realizing that the love, the good vibes, the energy is still there between you and someone else, and maybe a really nice moment of a hot cocoa and a hug is what is needed to remember that. All right, Leos, let's see, what do you need to know about your Hallmark movie moment for the holiday season? Do you like the Hallmark movies? Let me know, Leo. I used to watch them with my dad all the time, and it was fun. I mean, they are really cheesy, but sometimes you just need something light and frothy and fluffy and doesn't make you think too hard. And where there is, 99.9% of the time, a happy ending. All right, Leos, what do we have here? Ooh, we have essentials. They have marshmallows on this card. I would say those are essential. We have retreat. Oh, we have the cozy cabin in the woods at the lake. And we have delicate. Ooh, and this beautiful ornament with the silver filigree there. Okay, so the vibe I am getting here is that there's something very essential and important for you to spend time with someone alone. Retreat. I mean, it could be you and your cat. Okay, you and yourself. Sometimes we just need alone time with ourselves. But if you have a special someone in your life, there may be something here where it's essential to just take a time out, a weekend, a day, an afternoon, for some TLC, some delicacies, some delicate handling. Like somebody may be feeling delicate. It could be you. It could be the other person. I mean, this could relate to a family member too, right? If somebody's going through something difficult in your family, it could just be something where you treat them with a little bit extra TLC, like you keep everything light and calm and beautiful and quiet, the retreat. It can still be special, right? But that's what I am feeling here. That somebody might be in a little bit, I don't want to say fragile state, but I mean, it could be where they just need your energy, that Leo sunshine to help them just kind of revitalize themselves, reconnect with what is essential and know that there is somebody who truly cares about them in their corner. So it could be something like that. Okay, so let us see what we need to know here. Leo. It could be too that if you've only recently started seeing somebody, if this applies, like there could be a relationship that's in a delicate early stage, right, of it progressing. And so it is essential that the two of you set aside some time to retreat together and not get caught up in the constant, socializing of the holidays. So that's another way to look at the energy. All right, let us see, Leo. We have a Queen of Coins. We have a Three of Cups. And we have the Hermit. Okay. Yeah, there's something very tempting, this Three of Cups here, to be out and about and in the whir of social activity. But I think what's interesting here with the Queen of Coins are Virgo. We got more Virgo with the Hermit. Virgo is your second house, of course, of self-worth and values. So while Leo certainly, usually, most Leos love a little bit of socializing. Not every Leo is a party animal that wants to be with huge groups of people. But usually Leos are pretty sociable. And yeah, 3, 4, 5 people. Okay, yeah, great. Little party, little cocktail hour, okay, great. Okay. And that's tempting. There are social activities that are definitely calling your name right now. And they may just be little gatherings. But what I am feeling from these energies is that it's important for you to honor your values, Queen of Coins and the Hermit, to have the balance where, it's essential for you to also have this time of cozy retreat. Because maybe you're working on something important. Maybe, you have other things going on that are also valuable to you right now, especially with the Queen of Coins here and your second house of money showing up. Maybe you're really working on money goals right now, or working a lot of overtime because, it's happening and you want to take full advantage of it. So it could be too that this delicacy is that you do need to choose your invitations carefully and making sure that you have this retreat, you balance out your energy so that when you decide to go to a social occasion, it really is worth it to you. It feels aligned, it feels valuable, and you can enjoy yourself because you have also nurtured your own need for balance and your own need to recharge your batteries. So that's what I would say here. And the same thing goes if this involves you and another person. You may be getting a lot of invitations to socialize as a couple, like let's say, it's new, or even if you've been with the person a long time. And that's fine, but the same thing, maybe you or them are feeling a little like, let's pace ourselves. And that's perfectly fine. All right, Virgo, let's see what you need to know for the holiday Hallmark movie of your life this holiday season. Virgos, let us see. We're going to pull 3 cards here and 3 tarots to get you a message for your movie of the season. All right, what do we have here? Ooh, we have synchronization. The beautiful horses pulling the wagon. We have good luck. Ooh, love it. And we have fearless. Wow. Okay, so synchronized, right? Everything is in perfect timing. These 2 horses, when they're walking, they're synchronized, they're in sync, right? They're aligned. So some sort of alignment may prove lucky for you in this holiday season, right? You are feeling aligned. Everything is like kind of going along in the perfect timing. And then with the fearless here and the people on the bicycles, the mountain bikes in the snow, there could be something that comes in. This is very Hallmark movie that disrupts your perfectly created world, Virgo, right? Where everything is like synchronized, working like clockwork. Everything's, do, 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 do. And then something comes in, jumps in like a rabbit, comes in out of nowhere and asks you, are you fearless enough to take on this challenge, this new thing, this opportunity that possibly could bring some good luck your way? Okay. So it's kind of like the Taurus reading I was doing where they got this card also about getting out of a comfort zone. I think for you, it's not so much a comfort zone, but more of like things are just ticking along. You're not expecting something to kind of leap out at you. It's like expect the unexpected. That could have you taking some sort of good luck leap of faith into new territory, fearless, doing something very different, than what you've been doing before. But it could prove beneficial. It's very possible here. So it's like, running into the stranger on the street as you're shopping in the cute little downtown holiday town that's all decorated for Christmas and with the lights and the trees and all the things. And, it's the meet cute. Your life is just going along fine and you bump into somebody and the next thing you know, they're picking up your packages that fell on the ground. They're inviting you for coffee and the rest is history, right? It's that type of vibe from our Hallmark show. That's just an example. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Virgos. Do you like surprises? Let me know, Virgo. I think Virgo, you're a mutable sign. You can shift gears and go with the flow, but do you like surprises? That's something a little different. Let me know. Let's see, what do we have here? We have you, Queen of Pentacles. There you are. Ooh, the Star. Oh, and some Pluto. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, the star is brightly shining here with the Star card and with the Pluto Death card here. There is something that could absolutely bring a very healing change to your life by taking some sort of fearless, good luck risk to get you out of something that's just been kind of ticking along. So this is very fascinating. We have Pluto in Aquarius. That is your 6th house of healing, your day-to-day life. And then, of course, Pluto is showing up here with the Death card. And that is your 3rd house, Scorpio, your communications and your daily little habits and routines and your neighborhood. So this is likely to be something that might occur, like my scene that I was painting before, if you're just kind of out and about, you have your little Christmas list or holiday shopping list, and you're kind of checking everything off your list. You're doing, this is your synchronization. You're, Papa. There you are, efficient Virgo. And then, the Star card is guiding you to a certain place at a certain time that could bring, very possibly, a very interesting change in your life. That, yes, the fearless here could be a big leap of faith to take on with a change. So it could be very interesting for you with whatever this might be, should it come to pass. This is just a fun reading we're doing here of possibilities, right? But I think it is very possible that the universe could be guiding you to a certain moment to have you really pay attention, the Star, to look up and see what is possible for you in your life. I always talk about this as kind of the North Node, guiding star of destiny, following it. So, maybe really thinking about how you are or are not aligning with positive healing changes in your life and what you might want to do. Again, it's all about how you choose to use the energies, what you might want to do to change your life. Not necessarily this holiday season, but maybe at the new year. So let me know in the comments, Virgo. What do you think you're being guided to? What do you do? Is this movie of your life? How are things getting arranged for you to perhaps take an interesting leap of faith and be a little fearless with a change that you choose in your life? All right, Libras, let's see what you need to know about the Hallmark movie happening for you, quite possibly, right? This is just a fun reading. If we were writing a script for the Libra Hallmark holiday movie this season, what would be going on? Let us see. Let us see. Libras. Ooh, we have an offering. We have adaptability. Ooh, snow leopard. And we have altitude. There's your air floating away in a hot air balloon over the snow-capped mountains. Okay. So the universe could be bringing you some sort of opportunity to be flexible in some way. Okay. This cat is, I don't know if you can hear him, but he's snoring very loudly. He's very, so funny the way he snores. You probably can't hear him because I've got the mic super close, but I can hear him and it's a riot. All right. So the universe could be bringing some sort of offering opportunity that yes, may require some adaptability on your part. Maybe it's coming through because it's not going to be the way you choose. But if you did say yes to it, it could bring you to a new height in your life. It could bring you to a greater success. It could bring you to, just feeling on top of the world. Work with the metaphor of the hot air balloon floating and, feeling free and like, wow, this is such a cool experience. So, and this theme of, going higher, going to the next level, so to speak. Okay. Because you're a cardinal sign, Libra, like cardinal energy initiates. Mutable energy adapts, right? So cardinals often have a very clear idea of their next goal, what they want to manifest, how they're going to do it, how they're going to lead their lives, how they're going to lead others. Like they are the bosses. Sorry, other signs, but Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, we are the bosses of the zodiac. Just facts. So like you have that boss sense of how you want to move forward with something. But in your Hallmark holiday movie, there's something coming in that like it might force you or encouraging you, that's a better term, encourage you to adapt your preconceived idea of how you're going to do something. And it could actually work out much better for you. There's a very strong possibility. So this to me is saying really be open-minded with adapting your methodology, also I feel your environment because of this altitude card, right? Which is a very different type of environment because they're traveling, right? They're in the hot air balloon. So it could be something too about changing your location with something. All right, let's see what we need to know. Libras. But I feel like it's the universe bringing you this gift, but you may not always see it as a gift, right? Because like I said, as a cardinal energy, you are feeling, on target, on point. Why should I have to change something now or adapt myself? But again, if you do that, it could possibly be beneficial. But that's the offer from the universe. But you may not initially see it as an offer. You may see it as an annoyance. Be like, why is the universe doing this to me right now? King of coins. We have male and female kings. 8 of swords. Yeah. See? And the emperor. Wow. Okay. So this is the thing, like you do have it very clear and fixed in your brain. King of coins and the 8 of swords. Like you have made a decision. It may have something to do with your finances, the growth of your finances, something that is valuable and important to you. Maybe something to do with your home, your real estate, whatever, the King of coins represents all those things. The 8 of swords is like your mind is set on it. But this again is saying adapt, change it up. Here is the emperor. Emperor, much stronger than just a plain old King of coins. Commander in chief. Okay. Aries energy, your 7th house of other people. So, and Aries energy, yes, ruled by Mars. You could feel initially, like I was saying, that this offer is contrary. It's almost combative. It's challenging. It's like, no, why are you challenging me? When really, it's something that could take you to the next level, as also exemplified by this emperor. So I think this is a very, very interesting energy here. You could go from strength to strength. You could become even stronger in what you are trying to accomplish in your life at this holiday season by, being adaptable and possibly to a changing environment. So that's what I would encourage you to think about, Libra, with this energy. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you with your holiday Hallmark movie energies. Scorpio, let us see. We're going to pick 3. Have some fun here with this. Ooh, very Scorpio. We got the owl. Introspection. Fulfillment. This is a person holding a wreath. We see them from their waist down. And we have fertility. So this is an interesting image for fertility because it's of a lantern, but there's no candle in it. Like, are you going to bring some sort of passionate lit candle to create something new in your life, a spark? The vibe I'm getting here is that you are kind of in that introspective holiday moment where you're looking back on your year with, was it fulfilling, not fulfilling? What can I change? Scorpio, right? You're always thinking about how can I change and grow and transform, being a Scorpio, right? So you may be thinking, I'm getting the vibe that you're thinking about your 2026. You're very wise at, acknowledging what lit up your life, fulfillment, but where also there may still be some other opportunities to bring another candle into your life, to light your way forward into other, fertile and creative ways. Fertile, a lot to do with abundance, but it also, because there's no candle here, okay, is really about lighting that inner flame into what fulfills you and moving maybe in that particular direction. But that does require some introspection, some tuning in with your intuition, that type of thing. So I think that's interesting. Now, because there is no candle there, I mean, you could be putting your own candle here and lighting your own wick, so to speak, work with my metaphor. But it could also be something here where maybe you're going to have, in true Hallmark holiday movie fashion, somebody else bringing a candle to bring you an idea or bring you a fertile inspiration, or maybe bring fertility to your life. Like maybe you find somebody who really inspires you, who is a muse, who teaches you something new, or just brings some beautiful, fiery, feel-good energy that lights you up. So that could be something also that you're wanting to manifest, or maybe it manifests for you this holiday season, or you're like, hey, I'm manifesting it for myself in 2026. So let's see what the tarot may have to say about this for you, Scorpio. I was laughing about the candle thing because I don't know if you have heard, but of course, Meghan Markle peddling her candles. And allegedly, she sent out candles that had no wicks. That's why I was laughing. Because, if you bought one of those, you'd be out of luck here with your fertility thing. Because it wouldn't light. There was no wick. So that's a metaphor too. Like you could be really wanting to make sure, like at this holiday season and going into 2026, that the people that you let into your life are going to bring a candle with a wick, right? Are going to bring joy and bring you opportunities for emotional fulfillment and not just, show up without any light or any fire. All right, let's see what we have here, Scorpio. Yeah, we have a 4 of Cups. Whoops. Yeah, we got it here. And we have a 9 of Wands. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. So, what's going on in this movie here is that, you are putting firmly in your past any types of emotional disappointments where, maybe you had to do too much work, Knight of Wands. You were always the one doing the emotional labor in the relationship, or everything was just too hard and it just got you down after a while. There's a major turning point here for you with this Page of Coins. Notice that her back is to this, where I think, as soon as possible, it's very possible in Capricorn season, which is coming soon. That's what I was trying to say with the Page of Pentacles that's showing up here. There could be a seed that gets planted of something very valuable to you, like a new connection, something that gets started. But it could also be something that you decide to do with your own fertility, your own creativity, your own investment in your own energy, that you may start planting seeds in or with at this holiday season. But it could also be connecting with somebody who has similar interests and values to yours with this Page of Coins. And something could start growing with that connection, whether business, personal, creative, friendship, whatever, in 2026. So very, very nice energy here. I mean, there's nothing negative. I mean, the thing is that you are very good. Most Scorpios are very good here with being alone, the owl, and fulfilling themselves. Like, you have your projects, you have the different things you do, the activities, whatever. But no person, is an island. Even Scorpio needs some friends and connections. The thing is that there have been disappointments. But I think things are evolving for you. And with this beautiful Page of Coins, I think there is very possibly a beautiful turning point in your holiday Hallmark movie where new seeds get planted and you feel that little spark, as they do, because there's a candle with a wick. There's a little spark in the movie where you realize, oh, this is my new place where I can meet some new nice people. Oh, this person, yeah, let's invest some time and see where that might go. So I feel some very positive changes here for you, Scorpio. Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you with your Hallmark holiday movie extravaganza. And Sagittarius, happy birthday. I hope you're having a good birthday season. Let me know in the comments. Saggies. All right, let's see what we have here. Ooh, you got the Booby card. Intelligence. Synchronicities. Ooh. And wonder. Beautiful. Brooklyn Bridge. Dumbo neighborhood showing up here for those interested in knowing that in the card. Okay, and we have this intelligence. So, and wonder. Well, we know that you're very tuned in. You have very good intellectual intelligence, emotional intelligence, spiritual intelligence. You're very wise. I mean, you're the sign of wisdom, really, ruling the 9th house. So there's something here where whatever form of intelligence is operating, probably intuitive. Your intuitive intelligence, because of the synchronistic card that's showing up here. I think you're going to listen to some sort of nudge that you are getting. That there's some sort of, again, intuitive, instinctive thing that, and it might happen at night. That's the other thing with the black cat. And it might even be a little mysterious. You can't even explain it to yourself. You're just feeling, you know what? I need to go buy a ticket to go see that play or that movie or that show that they're putting on because I just have to. I'm not sure why. And it could be because you run into someone synchronistic or you meet someone new or some event or something occurs that puts you in a place where something wondrous, something amazing has the potential to occur. So that's the vibe I am getting here. And it may have something to do with being in a more city environment because of, the Brooklyn Bridge, the Dumbo energy that is showing up here. I mean, it's possible. Usually in the Hallmark movies, they're set in more of a little small town, homey feel. Cute little downtown with brick buildings, which, is kind of like the Dumbo Brooklyn vibe a little bit in certain places. Maybe a little more Park Slopey, but you know. Okay. For those New Yorkers watching. But I love this for you, Sag. This is very interesting. I just feel like there's something a little mysterious that has an element of wonder in it that you can't explain intellectually. Nor do I think you should try to explain it intellectually. It's kind of unexplainable. Like it's the magic of the holiday season that is happening. But it does bring a sense of wonder and synchronistic, being in the right place at the right time. But you are listening to something about your intuition with that. So let us see. Whoops, Saggies, let us see. King of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. And the Pluto. Wow. Okay. So this is something, yes, I think with this King of Pentacles here, that you might be going to support a friend. Like a friend could be in a show or a play or a concert, you know, something like that. You could be going with a small group of people, the 3 of Coins. This King of Coins, I'm getting the vibe of just really investing in something you're doing as a group with other people. But what might occur is something life-changing. Again, with the synchronistic and the wonder. And that can mean different things to different people. You could have a major epiphany based on the show that you go and see, right? You could be extremely moved by a piece of music that you hear, and it changes your whole mood and your life. And because it's changed up your energy, you leave the theater and something could occur where you run into somebody and it moves you in a whole new chapter of change in your life. You get what I'm saying here? There's something where I think the vibe I'm getting is you're investing your energy into the arts, into a gathering, into a group situation that is very practical. So yes, you're probably paying money to go see a show, whatever. And it feels mundane, but also you're feeling something behind that. Like think of the cat, right? Their spidey senses. They see and sense things that we don't. And that's the same thing. Like there's something crackling in your intelligence that is seeing and sensing something is coming. But first coffee or first hot cocoa, and then the show, and then like something happens. And so you're feeling it on the ethers. I think you're sensing something coming in. And that is what this Death card represents. Remember, death is really a time marker. It's like life was like this before, and now it's like this after. It's a change of scenery. It's just like when they switched the setting on, the play, the show that you're watching on Broadway. The curtain drops, right? It's the death. We're switching scenes. We bring in a whole new thing, and there you go. Like there's a clear time marker. That scene is gone. Now we're moving on. So it's the same thing. There's something here where, wondrously, it is very possible that there is approaching a scene shift in your life. What might that be? How might it develop? That's going to depend on how you use the energy. So let me know in the comments, Sag. Capricorn, let's see what you need to know in the Hallmark holiday movie of your life for 2025. And happy early birthday to the Capricorns. Do you have any birthday plans? Let me know in the comments. Would love to hear. Or we're going to pull 3 cards for your holiday movie. Let's see what we have for you, Capricorn. All right, we have news. There is news. And on this little card, it says, "Oh, hello, you." I don't know if you can see that, but we have news and we have determination. And we have unstoppable. Wow. Okay. Unstoppable determination. All right. So in the Hallmark movie of your life, there could be news coming in that is going to make you more determined than ever to achieve a goal, get something done. And Capricorn on the best of days is unstoppable. But in the holiday Hallmark version, you're going to be unstoppable on steroids, figuratively speaking. Like, you're going to be like, go, go, go. Which makes a lot of sense, honestly. Now, I'm going to do a video on the energies. It's coming up this week. So stay tuned, hit the bell so you don't miss that video on the energies that are happening from December 10th all the way to January 15th, 2026, because it is Capricorn energy on freaking steroids. So don't miss that video. Mars is going into your sign. I mean, that is going to power you up with so much determination and movement. And maybe that's the news, the news that you're going to get that, oh, Capricorn's, Mars is coming back in our sign. Oh my gosh, right? But it could also be, something else that's coming in. Maybe, there is a sense of an opportunity, or there's a deadline for an upcoming opportunity, and you're determined you're going to get something finished so that you can submit it for an art show, or for, a grant, or, for something else. Like, I'm getting the feeling here of finding something out so that you can participate in it. You can throw your hat in the ring. You can, get involved in it in some way. But there is something here with this determination, and the shovel is here, right? There's something where there is probably going to be some determined hard work involved. Like, you got to get things cleaned up underway, like get them going. And this sense here, I mean, this is a streetcar here. Okay. I was just trying to see what it said on the streetcar. It looks like it's from Austria. But anyway, I just want to see if there was like a message on the top of the streetcar here. But it's like, despite the fact that there's so much snow, like, the streetcar is still running. Like, you're still plowing ahead. You're still moving through with this sense of determination and getting to your destination. That's the other thing. So, and it could be too that if this is related more to a Hallmark movie, it could be that you're getting news that somebody really wants to see you. And you're going to do everything it takes to make sure that nothing gets in your way to go and see that person or travel to that destination, that opportunity. Okay, so let's pull some cards. Let's see with the tarot. But yeah, Venus is going to be going into your sign. Mercury is going to be going into your sign. It's big Capricorn energy coming. Everybody better get ready. Because Capricorn is in the house. All right, let's see what you need to know. Ace of Cups, look at that, gorgeous. Look at the more red too, and we have so much red going on in these cards. And there you are, King of Pentacles. Wow. And the King of Swords, okay. So that's our news. So there is, I think, some sort of very important communication coming in. King of Swords, like, it's important to you. It also could be coming from an air sign. That's possible, right? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that is also a possibility here. But I'm just feeling like here you are, and we have male and female kings in this deck. So here you are showing up. The Ace of Cups could be that, you're going to do everything it takes to connect maybe with this air sign and be with them, travel to them, communicate with them. That's possible. But again, this King of Swords can just be the news that we had here, since it's communication, but it's something significant. It's the king that's showing up. And then this Ace of Cups, something that could bring you great joy. It can really light up your heart space. It's something that would fulfill you very deeply should it occur. And aces for me are about the self. It's about, filling up your cup, filling up your heart, but also some sense of change, because there's all these butterflies that are flying out of this big teacup that she is holding. So there is something here that maybe you've even had a change of heart about, or something that, you know, if you say yes in your heart to it and you really put your energy behind it, it could absolutely change your life in a very beautiful, profound way. So in whichever way this applies to your life, Capricorn, it looks very interesting and exciting. So let me know in the comments what might be going on for you with this energy in this movie of your life. All right, Aquarius, let's see what you need to know for your Hallmark holiday movie from the Winter Wonderland deck. What do you need to know, Aquarius? What do we have here? Hello, we have an outlook. So somebody's sitting on a bench. That's a bench in the forest with all snow. Outlook. News. And it says here, oh, hello, you, on the news. And departure. Getting on a jet plane. Okay. So in the Hallmark holiday movie of your life, it could be that, you know, there is some sort of news that changes your perspective, your outlook on something, and moves you away from thinking a certain thing. So you may think something totally different as a result of news that comes in. You may have been seeing it one way, news comes in, it changes your perspective. That's also something like departure. Again, you're departing from what you thought before. Everything's a metaphor. The other way this could be happening is that you are kind of waiting for news. You're sitting there on that bench waiting. News comes in, and then you're on the move. Departure. So you could be leaving on a jet plane, leaving town and going to see somebody. So there's something like that. So I'm kind of getting that. I do feel a sense that you're waiting for the news, though. So I don't think it's surprising in a sense. But in every Hallmark holiday movie, there's usually some sort of interesting surprise element that occurs, right? So it could be that you were thinking this news was going to come later or was going to come earlier. So that could be tied in with when you're going. It could be tied in with where you're going. It could be you were sitting there on the bench thinking, oh, I'm going to end up over here. And you actually are, on a plane to Paris, not to San Francisco. Like it could be something like that. But it's the same thing, like classically in these types of rom-com Hallmark movies, we have these feelings, some characters and some plot lines, right, is they meet somebody and then they don't like them. They get this outlook of they're not very nice, or, they're, not very friendly. They're not, whatever, they're annoying. But something could happen that changes the perspective. And then, so that perspective of that person departs, or that person could depart the scene after being a thorn in somebody's side for a while. And then they realize, oh, wait a minute, I'm actually in love with that thorn in my side, right? That's classic, like Hallmark plot line. So, apply the energies to your life, but it could be things like that going on. But I feel like there's something here where there is a change of perspective, a change of destination, a need to move after a piece of news, a need to move forward, a need to travel, etc. Okay, so let's see what we need to know about that for you, Aquarius. Let us see. Oh, we have the Pluto. Pluto's in your sign. Okay, we have the Death card, and we have the Page of Cups. So there's a surprising, scene change. And we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so probably in Capricorn season. I'm going to use this as a time marker. As I was explaining the Death card to another sign who got this also, it really is a change of scenery. It is. It's like when you go to a play and the curtain goes down, and they're backstage moving things all around and putting up a whole different set, and the curtain goes up. It's a scene change. That's the same thing here. There is something that shifts, changes, Page of Cups. There is a heartfelt message, but again, there is something here surprising about it. It could be a change of heart like I was saying in my example before of, you felt the person was annoying and this, that, and the other thing. But then after they left, you realize, oh my gosh, I really miss them. You have the change of heart. And this is probably happening, after the 21st of December. If this applies to your life, with the Capricorn energy that is showing up here. But this is also the sense of, I realized that, yes, I have an emotional attachment. I have some, that person is valuable to me. That situation is valuable. It's Pentacles after all. It's worth it to me. It's worth it to me to change my outlook, change my plans, go see them, open up a line of communication, change the direction this relationship was going perhaps by doing that. So, there's nothing negative here. Right? In Hallmark movies, things work out. But there is like the changing of a scene here that is going on with this death card. And with the Pisces energy here, which is your second house of values, Aquarius, right? There is something surprisingly about, as I said, your shift in realizing the value of something or someone to your life. And perhaps, changing your outlook about it and not wanting it to leave your life or, go its separate way. You want to let that person or that situation stay in your life, and you may go after it to make that happen. All right, Pisces, let's see what you need to know about the Hallmark holiday movie of your life. At this holiday season, what do you need to know, Pisces? Pisces. All right, let us see here. Pisces. Ooh, we have a hot cocoa with embrace and a little stir with a heart on it. We have synchronicities, more embracing going on with the two people, with the fireworks on the beach. And avenues. Ooh, I love this. It's very New York, this picture. Okay, this is what I feel. I mean, you are normally one to embrace synchronicities, right? To welcome them into your life, to pay attention to them, to notice when they occur. And I think it is possible this holiday season that you could be welcoming in perhaps a couple of different, divine timing, synchronistic opportunities, moments, intuitions that could lead you down. It's avenues, it's plural, interesting pathways in your life of exploration. Okay, that is what I am feeling. So I feel the sense of roads opening, literally, right? But the right roads. But I also feel, since it's a Hallmark holiday movie, emphasis here, that it's important to embrace and explore the different roads, the different possibilities. Maybe not commit to anything quite yet, but to explore, to enjoy the lights, look at this avenues, to enjoy the atmosphere, to see where an avenue might take you, to perhaps go down an avenue you haven't gone down before, but synchronistically something is leading you there. So to embrace the adventure, the synchronistic adventure of doing that. Okay, so I think very interesting. Let's see what you need to know about this, Pisces. And it could be, too, embracing the synchronistic opportunity to say yes to maybe a trip into a city near you. Like if a friend invites you to go shopping, you take the train in or the metro or, the bus in or whatever. And you enjoy a day exploring maybe some shopping districts you haven't explored before. Like things like that. You never know what types of interesting things can happen when you do that. Different people you can meet. Different joy you can create with a friend when you do that. I mean, just the uplift in spirit, seeing the holiday lights, especially in a city, I personally feel is quite enchanting. Let me know in the comments if you feel that way. All right. Wow, a 3 of Wands. So it might be a little group, but it could be you and 2 other people. Okay, this 3 of Wands, a sense of adventure. We're going to go on an adventure. And we have the Virgo, which is your 7th house of other people. Okay, yes. Yes. And we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is our Capricorn, which is we're probably going shopping. We might be spending a little money here. But again, a group energy. I also feel like there could be something here of doing something that involves, because the Hermit is so spiritual, doing something with a couple of these other people, like a holiday concert, you know, spending money on tickets to go to something like that, or a ballet, nutcracker, you know, like these types of activities. It's very possible. But yes, I do think there might be some money spent. Everybody has a different budget, you know. The 10 of Coins is here, so maybe you want to be prudent and not spend too much money, you know. It's up to you, whatever your budget is. But I do think also that the feeling I'm getting is this is an investment energy, the 10 of Coins. So this is also really an investment in these two other people, these relationships. This is the Hermit, right? So your 7th house of other people. I think there's something here to create some special holiday moments with a couple people in your life. It could be, you know, your son or daughter and one of their friends too. It doesn't matter. It's usually it's 3 is what I am feeling. It could be you and your partner and, you know, somebody else, a child or an aunt, an uncle, whomever, right? Whatever. But there's something here of, you know, walking. It's the Wands. So it's something that, you know, again, walking, looking at the beautiful windows, these types of things. And something that may have a spiritual connotation. Maybe if you are spiritually inclined, you know, take in a concert at a church or something like that. Again, these are just examples. So I also feel, though, there could be something, because I think it's multiple avenues, like I was saying before. There's also, I think, something important about you spending, yes, maybe one of these little avenue times to yourself, okay, with the Hermit here. And maybe getting yourself within your budget, you know, something nice that you would maybe use for the long term, like looking at it as an investment in yourself and something that you have wanted, maybe something that you can use to create something in your life, whatever you do, like if you're a crafter or, you know, a gardener, I mean, whatever, like something that, you know, maybe you've been saving your money for, or that you really feel would be a good investment right now for your future. So I love this for you. I think this is really a message here to explore and enjoy your relationships, the different adventures that could await you, going with other people to enjoy whatever city, town is near you with the holiday festivities, and really making time to do that, you know, making those moments count. And I think, you know, that's one of those things that I think those Hallmark movies are pretty good at reminding us of, is that it really is the people in our lives that, you know, are very important. So thank you so much for joining me for your Hallmark holiday movie special oracle and tarot card reading. Would love to hear from you in the comments if you feel somebody could use a little bit of holiday whimsy from an oracle and tarot reading, then share it out with them. Doing so really helps out my channel, and I appreciate that so very much. If you want to hype it out, that also helps a lot, because the more people like, comment, share, the more this video can reach people who, yeah, may need a little holiday cheer, a little holiday boost. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Bobo's been right here. Oh, there he is. Been right here helping out. Please enjoy some cocoa, some chocolate, some, you know, holiday festivities. This is the time, right? So happy holidays. Take care, and I will see you again soon. You know, you need a really big mug for cocoa. Like, you just have to have it. And you have to have whipped cream, because what it does is it kind of melts all in there and makes the hot cocoa extra creamy and delicious. And who doesn't love that? Okay, I admit it. I am a big kid at heart, really. And especially at the holidays. And I couldn't resist this at Trader Joe's. This is not a sponsored video, of course. And I've never had this before. And it's a beautiful, cute little 24 days of milk chocolate advent calendar. So I am filming this on the 6th. I have not opened this yet. So we are allowed to open, I'm not going to eat very much of this, but we are allowed to open 1 through 6 only if we decide. So let's pick number 1 and let's see what it is. Because, you know, Aries, we got to be number 1. Oh, aren't these cute? Okay, so it's like little shapes. This looks like a little choo-choo. Okay, let's see if it tastes any good. This is the real litmus test, of course. Very good. I prefer milk chocolate. Let me know if you like milk or dark chocolate in the comments. You know what I like about this? Is that the pieces are small. And, you know, sometimes you just need a little sweetness. Just a little. But you don't want to, you know, get tucked into a whole big bar of chocolate. So I like that. That's just enough. Just enough. Perfect. Well, we don't have a hat to fit him, but he let me drape this over him so he could look a little festive.